I mean, I hear you, man. But how are we giving ourselves too much credit?
Congratulations, you're the first guy to put bare feet on this desk.
Oh, yeah?
Just want to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you. The heel's hanging up.
The first clue you're dealing with Matthew McConaughey is that he walks in and instantly owns the room, even barefoot on somebody else's desk. And once you start pulling the thread, it's one ridiculous story after another. Fame, family, full-on chaos, and the kind of confidence you can't fake. So buckle up, because this ride goes from charming to unhinged real quick.
Matthew, know that he plays a special part in your life?
No, probably not.
Please, I play a special part in your life.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear this.
Tell us.
Well, I mean, my wife and I sleep with you almost every night.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And every night there's an app called Calm. He has the most beautiful voice, and I turn it on, and I just hear, well, hello, everybody. It's me, Matthew McConaughey. I'm gonna tell you a bedtime story. And I just do this, oh. My wife, who's from Argentina, she always goes like, you have the man talking again. The man is talking in the bed again, Mike.
Look, there are only so many things people want to do naked. And what Matthew does next is definitely not on the usual list.
I was at home.
Yeah, doing what?
In Austin, Texas. I was playing a little music, banging on some bongos.
What time of day was it?
2:37 in the a.m., so said the report.
Well, so the police come, they knock on the door, you let them in, what happened?
Well, no, they didn't really knock. They came on in, and I looked up and saw that familiar figure, and it's blue, and you go, oh, that's a cop. Oh, I'm going to turn this down. And I turned down and said, what the hell are you doing in here? And before I knew it, I was kind of cuffed and put against a wall.
And you were naked? Is that also part of the deal?
I was buck naked.
Wow.
Most of us wake up from a bizarre dream, shake it off, and keep it moving. But Matthew, he actually chases the sign. Like, for real.
All right.
All right, let's jump straight into it.
One thing I appreciate about you is your ability to apply meaning to almost anything, including a wet dream. I once had a wet dream, right? Yeah.
Like, imagine you're getting hunted by knights and archers through some castle. What are you supposed to do with that? Buy a map and go find destiny?
I think you might need to get a membership at Medieval Times. Sounds like you sleep pretty well over there.
You'd think working with your best friend would be smooth. Turns out, he wasn't dealing with his friend at all. He was dealing with the character.
He's method. You know that?
What does that mean?
Well, okay, but whatever, dude. You know what I'm talking about. We were shooting that. He was Rust Cole. And I remember saying to you before we started filming, I'm like, dude, people are gonna expect to laugh with us, We gotta throw some jokes in here. And he's just like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm waiting for him to say, yeah, you're totally right. No, none of that. He just, yeah.
When two of Hollywood's most laid-back icons link up on a movie, you can probably guess how that turned out.
What was the most notable thing Snoop did during your work time together?
He snooped me. There's a scene where I'm going to Snoop. I've got writer's block, and Snoop has the magic weed, right? Uh-huh. But I go to Snoop, and I go to the prop man to make sure I've got prop weed. Now, prop weed is not real weed. It's like crushed oregano and stuff. So we get in the scene. It's about a 6-minute scene, fast back and forth. All of a sudden, the end, he goes, yo, Moondog. And that's my character. He goes, that ain't prop weed. That's Snoop weed. I went, oh, you son of a gun. Now, the next 9 hours were a lot of fun, but I don't believe he used one word in the English language.
And of course, Snoop had his own recap, and it's exactly as legendary as you'd expect from the D.O.G.G.
You said I rapped a lot.
You rapped for 13 hours straight.
And I came back before I asked you, I said, man, I'm a little hazy on how last night went. How'd it go?
What'd I tell you?
Snoop says, oh, you was great, Moondog. You hit 4 in-the-park home runs.
They say if you don't prepare, you're basically preparing to fail. Matthew learned the hard way what that really looks like.
I'm not going to read this script, Scorpion Spring. I'm not even going to read the scene. Cut to, I'm on the set of Scorpion Spring. I'm about to shoot that scene. I grab the sides. I'm on my mark. We're about to say action. I have a peek. 1 page. 2 pages. 3 page. 4 page.
monologue. My guy. In Spanish. And I remember saying to no one in particular, can I get 12 minutes? Thinking that 12 minutes was not long enough to be an inconvenience to the crew, but maybe long enough to go learn a 4-page monologue in Spanish because, hey, I took a semester of Spanish in the 11th grade. Well, it was not long enough to learn 4 pages in Spanish, and I went back and did the scene. I've never watched it. I'm too embarrassed to, but I learned that day you've got to prepare to have your freedom.
Most actors spend years chasing an iconic catchphrase. Matthew basically tripped into his on day one, and the rest is history.
I'd been listening to this live Doors album, and there's this, in between 2 of the songs, Morrison goes, all right, all right, all right, all right. So right before we're about to go, I'm like, what is Wooderson, what is Wooderson about? What's he about? And I go, man, he's about 4 things. His car, he's about getting high, he's about rock and roll, and picking up chicks. And I go, I'm in my car, I'm high as a kite, I'm listening to rock and roll, action, and there's the chick. All right, all right, all right.
That's amazing. 3 out of 4. Some people need the perfect outfit to feel confident. Matthew's out here proving pure charisma works, even without the fabric.
Do the thing about you road testing the posing pouch.
The posing pouch?
You walked around to make sure that it wasn't falling out of it.
No,
it was
what you had to do,
composed.
what I did do, which a lot of us did, is you put one of those on, and all of a sudden you find your body kind of gets a little inverted. I remember going, and I wasn't the only one that did this. You go, I have to walk out there amongst the crew and have small-time, normal conversations like, so how you doing? What'd you have for lunch? Hey, did you see the game this weekend? I got to go out and try to have some small talk in this thong without flinching. And it was hard.
And
because I wasn't, but it was.
You said it now.
So you have to just, the first thing that comes to your mind, you say it, and then you hit this, okay?
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing you've done to make money?
It's also illegal. So I'm not telling.
Besides making love, showering, swimming, or playing bongos, what is something else you enjoy doing naked?
Cooking it. We're not deep frying anything.
He figured out young that some things are non-negotiable, and his mom made sure his name was one of them.
Does anyone call you Matthew? Matt, or is it always Matthew?
It's always been Matthew, for good reason.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad.
Okay.
See, my mom was mad when I got called Matt. I was in kindergarten, my mom's kindergarten teacher. And my buddy John Griffith says, hey, Matt, wanna go play in the monkey bars? And I ran out and said, yeah. And halfway to the monkey bars, I feel this hand on my shoulder, whoop, bam, get slammed to the ground. I look up, it's my mother in my face, and she's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm gonna play in the monkey bars with John. She goes, who is? I said, I am. She goes, what's your name? I said, Matthew. She goes, don't you ever answer to Matt again. I named you Matthew from the Bible. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So.
Did you ever follow up with Matthew McConaughey? Have you ever heard this story?
No, what's the story?
You move to an old Hollywood neighborhood, you'll see a celebrity in that neighborhood. And you go, why is that person here? Well, because they lived in that neighborhood before they made it. And that's where Matthew used to have his cars when he was broke. And one day I'm sitting upstairs with Ralph, and he's like, you see this motherfucker out here? I'm like, who is it? He's like, Matthew McConaughey. And Ralphie would sit there in the afternoons and go, Matthew McConaughey, you suck. 15, 20 minutes. And after a while, Matthew McConaughey would throw his wrench down and go, who the fuck is saying that up there? And it was like a torture chamber for like 3 months. Every time he went back there, Matthew McConaughey, I'm not listening to you motherfuckers today. Leave me the fuck alone.
Matthew might be Hollywood's coolest guy, but if you listen to these stories, his mom might actually be the true main character.
She is my biggest fan, but she also is very clear to take credit for all of, every role I've ever played. Here's what she comes up after. She goes, Matthew, you did so good. I can tell where you got it from.
But also, she published a book.
Yes.
Can you remember what the name of the book was?
Oh, yes. It's called I Amaze Myself. Chapter 26. Guess what the title is? Some people deserve to be pissed on.
And speaking of bodily fluids, it turns out they can be weirdly useful. just not in the way you'd ever expect.
My dad's at a ranch one time with his friends, and they've been deer hunting all day, and it's late at night. They're sitting out in the barn drinking and stuff, and so all of a sudden the subject comes up of how high everybody can pee, you know? My dad sees this old BMX bike, and we couldn't afford a BMX bike. Now, my middle brother had been wanting a BMX motorcycle, and Dad says, Jim, my son, he could pee over your head on the wall. And he goes, oh, there's no way he can do that. And he goes, yeah, he can. I'll bet you. I'll bet the motorbike on it. Pop gets in the car, drives an hour and a half back into town, wakes my 12-year-old brother up in his tidy whities, 4 in the morning, and brings my brother into the barn. My dad says, go ahead, boy. By a foot. Put the CRX 100 in the back of the truck, got home, my brother's first motorcycle.
Once you're famous, privacy becomes priceless. But Matthew's mom, yeah, she did not get that message.
Your mom didn't adjust immediately.
No. I
Well,
bet you may have
moms
some of
never
these
do,
stories.
yeah.
No, so sincere and good intentions, but you just don't understand it. People started to get interested in my life and my history as has happened. My mom shows up in these newspapers and saying these things. I'm like, Mom, keep that's between us. People are going to be coming to you wanting to know things about my life, but keep what should be private ours. Okay. All of a sudden, the next Thursday night, I'm looking hard copy, and there's my mom giving an escort through my bedroom. And this is where we caught him first sleeping with so-and-so. I call her, and she goes, oh, I didn't know you'd see it.
Every A-list actor has that one project they wish everyone would forget. Matt's is so bizarre, even fans can't believe it actually exists.
Did you know that when people watch the trailer for Tiptoes, the first time you see it, you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Hi, I'm Ross. I'm his brother. We're twins.
I think you're gonna let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
They're not midgets, they're dwarfs.
Whatever.
Wait, this trailer's so good. I've never seen the trailer. This is so good. Just get really serious.
Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime.
John Goldman!
Tiptoes.
Come on!
What the fuck?
That's real.
That's so good!
It's so good.
I've never seen that.
Are any of them on the naughty list?
2 out of 3 are in. There's one that's on the naughty list right now for sure. Heavily on the naughty list. December, around this time, it's funny how they seem to really go on double time to get on the good list. It's kind of like employees when it's bonus time. So he's working his way, but he's in the debit section.
Oh, no.
He's in the naughty list.
Oh, well, I'm sure not really naughty.
We're working that one out. He'll be fine, but...
All right.
Matthew is basically the most fun actor on earth to imitate. And these celebrities couldn't help themselves. Everybody wanted a shot at that voice.
Say, Mr. Soderbergh, it's about time to take my shirt off.
Matthew McConaughey!
Yes, all right. You got that.
That was really good.
Matt Damon, who you know does the best Matthew McConaughey impression on earth.
But does Matt Damon actually crush it? There's only one way to find out.
Today's scene, I think, would be a good opportunity for me to take my shirt off.
I heard a rumor that you shoved a foot-long corn dog into your shorts during the filming of Magic Mike.
Yeah. I heard a rumor that you shoved 10 foot-long corn dogs in your mouth before and after lunch every single day on Hangover.
How'd you know that?
None of your business, man.
And if that's what the movie stories sound like, the stuff from his real life gets even wilder. Especially when it starts with his family.
One story about your dad, the bet involving your brother. Do you know the story I mean?
Yeah. Another way my dad did great business.
Our upbringings are so similar. It's like
you getting laid?
Because the truth is, the McConaughey legends didn't begin on a set. They started at home, with a dad who treated life like one long, high-stakes dare. And one bet involving Matthew's brother is the kind of story you only believe because the people telling it are dead serious.
Your dad always said, I'm going to go out, probably banging your mom.
He said, boys, when I go, I'm going to be making love to your mother.
And he did.
He called a shot.
Your dad knew how he was going to die, and he actually did it.
And he did it.
Did he have a heart attack?
Had a heart fibrillation, yeah. Paramedics are covering him, and all the neighbors are out in the street, and he's going out the garage down. So, what's the sensible thing to do at 7 a.m. covering?
Right.
My mom Tom's out there, half naked, ripping the sheet off him. Get that sheet off of him. You're gonna see how big Jim went out.
I hope he had a boner at that point.
I do too.
Somehow, every story circles back to the same thing. He's lived with zero fear of looking ridiculous, and he learned early that life's going to get messy whether you plan for it or not. The only real move is to show up prepared and still keep your sense of humor when everything goes sideways. If you want more moments like these, stick around for the next one.